My drink.
Too late. We are now live. We are currently live. And Cody, take it away.
Max, take it away.
Hello and welcome everyone to another wonderful episode here at Dice and Delinquents as we continue with Eta Carinae.
Eta Carinae.
Why? Why?
One of these. I was so close. I almost corrected. All right.
All right. Well, last we left off. So our session, man, it feels like it has been so long since we've played. Where did we even start at from the previous session?
We were still on the ship. I
Still
got
on the
people
ship.
off my ship.
At the start.
Trying to organize things. I have a stowaway.
Stowaways.
New
Yep,
people
yep.
on my ship.
I
Too
wrote
much debt.
really awesome
Lots of
email.
debt. Yeah, really great political emails. Yeah, that's right. So we ended up going to the lift after getting a signal. I believe it was Dax who got a GPS location, right? Got a GPS location, as well as from these political emails back and forth with Akai to Tito Medical Supplies. They had offered the other half, being 10,000 more credits on due delivery of the perpetrator who has unjustly seized their goods. And then you guys had followed the signal, had seen a fishman who was in a bowl, humanoid-like, and realized very quickly that something has gravely gone wrong, as a person who was frustrated about their parking was vastly less expensive. The fishman ended up getting onto the elevator with you guys, gave Akai a wink, and fish wink. And then you guys started to go down tier by tier, initially shifting sideways in this elevator, hitting this area in which you started to move down. The doors opened up. Many people got off at the third tier, opening up the doors. A vast marketplace with thousands of shops. Doors closed, going down to the next floor down, opening up. A tier 4 being a tier 4 being the galactic military training and education layer, in which some people got off, not very many, and then you continue to go down, being the last people on this elevator. Doors opening up to a wretched stank as the doors opened, and it was the elevator was filled with the smell of leftover. A very dark and damp tier as you walked out, hearing slow dropping, echoing drops as they echoed out into this vast space. Very little to no people seen, except for several derelict buildings towering over the top of you, obviously in ill repair, as most of them leaning in towards the street, almost bowing over the top of you. You would continue to walk through the district until getting to a point in which the GPS had not, wasn't as accurate, as it had this kind of large blip. After doing a scan and successfully with Dax and Akai successfully ended up scanning the buildings, realizing where it was, and also that there seemed to be some sort of subterranean layer. After some quick back and forth thoughts, it was Zero who threw out a magical ability, and also stunning themselves as it happened, looking off into a vast distance. Everybody trying to everybody's plan going off without a hitch, and or without a hitch. And code, what was the code? Code 43 for the code 34.
23.
Oh,
Code
yeah.
23, as Dax and Crone have some sort of code numbering system to do things at specific numbers, and they started baking out, and then which immediately went to like back to business as usual. So the maintenance person who was inside of this like security room, hearing the screams, very like gruffly got up, went to go use the elevator being completely worn down and not able to be used, which he huffed and puffed about the maintenance person, which is probably also him, which then he ended up having to use the stairs going up and around the long way as everybody else went inside. Click very quickly getting into the interior of the door, leaving it open for everybody else. A quick hack as the desk slid forward, revealing that it was actually a hologram, the floor opening up, and going down and descending into the subterranean layer. As you turn around the corner, you could hear somebody talking on the phone. A brash New York accent hidden in the shadows. And as you turn the corner, seeing not a skinny, kid with a bunch of big dudes around it, but instead a fairly large dragonborn. With a couple of quick thrown spells, a couple of counter spells, we got to a point in which we had a conversation, and that's when big lore drops were had as it was discovered that there is something else nefarious going on inside of your citadel. There seems to be some sort of mission that Uncle Roger himself has, as well as a new group in which you have been now told, both Raw, a resistance group on your citadel that very much does not like Uncle Roger, telling you all of the things that have happened up to this point, about the daughter being missing, quote unquote, these children being transferred, and finally that a recording of Uncle Roger himself explaining that he needed the children. Not exactly saying that he was going to do anything to them, but that he needed them nonetheless. Jimmy had otherwise told you that there was more to be had, but that with the availability of technology, that these encrypted messages were on several of these people's phones, so that way every one person had enough to be able to convince other people what was actually happening. After a conversation, you had ascertained that the leader's name is Duna, and that you could speak with Duna after a token of good faith. A EP bod, an empty body with great telekinetic power. Bothra needs it for one of their great telekinetics, and they cannot do business with the gang that's involved in the slums, as Opal Gree, the gang, will not do any business with them due to the bounties on their heads and the fear that Uncle Roger's fist will come down. Johnny sits across from you in a table. All of you are standing.
Well,
and in this dark room...
hold
I
on,
think
Chris.
I'm in the corner.
Wait, his name's Johnny?
Jimmy.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, Jimmy, sitting down, the Dragonborn, sitting across, Zero, still hot, like kind of hidden away, although definitely was revealed, but it's slinked back into the shadows. And Jimmy sits across from you, talking to Crone specifically, as Crone seems to be the one doing all of the talking, and says, "Look, you need to go and do this for us, and I'll take you to doing it myself."
An interesting offer. What can you tell me about this group, then?
They've been in the slums for a while. They're not good people. They steal, they grift, they do what they can to make sure that they're the power down here. They hit a military truck not that long back. They have a body that we need.
They're thieves and grifters, then.
Murderers, all the like.
You say they hit a military transport? Does that mean they'd have similar equipment?
Yeah. These people are not friendly. They're very dangerous.
No, they're called Opal Greek.
Okay,
Greek.
sorry.
Opal Gree, yeah.
The Opal Great.
Yeah, the Jawless, something that he spoke about before, was
Okay.
this other group that seems to be under Uncle Roger.
Okay, sorry. It was in my notes, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to interrupt. Sorry.
So he says they probably have similar gear. They hit the trucks every once in a while, not very often. It's usually an ambush. They sell off the goods. This one in particular was bad for us.
Is there anyone of note, worth, or anything of particular interest that might be worth help?
You have the gang's leader. He goes by Crash. Large Githyanki. Biggest I've ever seen. Past that, I don't know anybody.
And is Crash preferable to fighting up front, at a range? Or do they dabble in the Archon?
Oh, very much fighting right up in your face.
Do they have a preference of weapon, armor?
He kind of like looks down. He's like, hold on one second. He starts getting into his phone, just going through his tablet. He's like finding the information as they have like their own kind of stores of information. And he says,
if you'd like to send that to me, that could be easier.
He says, I don't do any sort of transfers until you've proven yourself. The only thing that we have is that his name is Crash, and he's a large Githyanki melee fighter.
I see.
Highly dangerous.
Does he have any worthwhile lieutenants or others? Do they have a preference for how they might sabotage or overcome some of these trucks?
All I know about them is that they ambush the trucks. They use guerrilla-like tactics where they hit it quick, they hit it fast, and then they run. I don't know how big their size is. We don't know that much about them, only the fact that they will not do any dealings with us. And if any one of us gets even close to their place, that they have guards, and they have turrets. You've never been inside. If Uncle Roger ever figured out that they were working with us, they would get put on a hit list too.
As would we.
It's true. I would be surprised if you do this job and you're not on that by tomorrow.
I'm sure. So what makes it worth it?
I know that it must seem inconsequential to you, as you don't know the big picture. But if there's one thing that I know, if you listen to Duna's recording, the universe is in trouble. Not you, not the Citadel, the universe itself. And that's why everybody who's ever joined us has joined us. I know that this is dangerous, but you look capable, and that's why I'm asking. This is a great opportunity for us to get intel. Our telekinetic can't do any astral walking. She's lost most of her ability to do things because the body she's in is so bad. If we had this body already, I could tell you anything that you needed. But we need it for her to be able to get closer to him. And when he says him, he really emphasizes, you know he's talking about Uncle Roger.
If I do this, I want the access to the information.
I'll send it to
I
you.
care little on how I go about it, reading it. But if I'm going to risk, let's make it worth it. Where's the best place we can find these thieves? Where do they like to steal the most cargo?
Well, I can tell you where they steal cargo, or I can tell you where their hideout is. Or both. They usually hit transports, routes. Normally, they hit stuff that is, what I would say, consumer quality goods. Now, this usually occurs somewhere off of the mainstream, and he kind of points, bringing up like a hollow map. You can see that like above the tier 5 slums, the drip, there is what appears on the map looking almost like a celestial constellation. So it like has like these streamed like areas that look like trails back and forth, as well as many blips. These are like where the ships travel as they're transporting goods. He kind of like points up and like, imagining like through the building, and he is just like, it's right there, and then points at this hollow map, kind of like explaining in relation to where you are. He says their hideout is on 5th and Main. We've gone there a couple of times to try to get stuff from them, trying to explain to them how dangerous this is. And I can tell you, at a minimum, they have 2 turrets in the front, fully automatic, and they look like it has heavy rounds. It clicked, yeah.
Sorry, just for clarification, when you said the 5th level above, it's not going into the 4th level. It's just at the top of The fifth level. Sorry, just want to make sure.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like basically a stream that's happening from like kind of the middle of this, like, you know, the tier 5, the drip. It's about 120 miles in radius. Okay, so that's like the base of the Citadel, and then like underneath that is, you know, the rest of the equipment that like keeps the Citadel safe, and like all of the like space equipment that prevents, you know, multiple things from happening, but also like thrusters that keep it steady to where it is, and like all that stuff, right?
Okay.
So the drip is essentially this 120-mile radius city. Then up above and kind of in the center of it, you can see like the trails that he's like mapped out, essentially, because most time when people are coming into the Citadel, they don't want to be really known, and so they take a tier 5 route that is an opening that you know, these like kind of thieves have made to open up the starport doors and allow ships to come in subvertly, so that way they can sell contraband goods.
Okay.
The military will sometimes use these in cases in which they need to transport something that they're not supposed to have.
So if we were outside the building and we looked up, we would be able to see occasionally like these ships traveling, but they're like way up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. The Citadel itself is probably, I don't know, maybe 600 or 700 miles in length.
Okay, and
it's about 120 miles in radius. So it's about 240 in total diameter, and then like 500 to 600 tall.
So basically, just for my, like, it's like a big tower.
Yes.
And we're at it's 5 base. Is at the bottom down here. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep,
sorry.
Exactly.
Also, well, actually, one other thing. Well, it's on me. During all of this, I'm still stealthed.
Yes,
so
very stealthy. He has no idea that you're even there.
And so, just to be clear, during the last session, when he had the detonator, I got the hell out. But when he put the detonator down, I came back. Then when he picked it up again, I took off. And then I came. So I was actually going like, fuck, I'm out of here. And then I was like, okay, you put it down. And I kept running back and forth. But most importantly, they're all paying attention to him. I am actively paying attention everywhere else. Like any doors, I don't want anybody sneaking up on us while we're doing this. So I'm not actually really, I've got like, I can hear what's going on, but my full attention is on trying to everywhere else. I'm huge on the screen. Sorry. And so, yeah, I'm actively like checking everywhere else.
Yeah, for sure. And like while you're kind of like observing everything around you, you know that like this area is secure. You guys have locked the only way out, the only way in, and it doesn't appear like there's anybody else here. It is just him right now.
Okay. But yeah, I'm still like listening, like just making sure I don't hear anybody coming or anything like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, so he gives you like the exact location of where they are. Says like, you know, these turrets are out front, fully automatic, heavy rounds, and you know that heavy rounds will shred through armor like nothing. They like, you know, they're he also says, you know, they're not the most technology savvy people, but they steal some of the best tech you're gonna see, and this is not only an opportunity for us to get something good, but anything else that you can grab on your way in or way out, it is absolutely yours to keep. You know that. He starts listing off some of the stuff from the last hit, some of the stuff that he knows was there. You know, give me a insight check, and this could be anybody who's listening to Jimmy actively. So, Crone, Dax, you guys both kind of get the feeling that he was watching this one. Like, he was watching this shipment, and, like, as he's listing off stuff from the manifest, you know that he was actively looking at this one. They were going to try to hit it as well. So he starts listing off stuff. You know, high-powered blaster, like you know, several sets of nanotech armor. There are several cyber upgrades, including strength modification upgrade as well as a dexterity modification upgrade. These are both military grade as well.
And how many might I expect at any given time?
At the hideout?
Yes. And perhaps how many are usually aboard a pirate ship?
The pirate ships, they usually send at least 6 guys. That's the hideout itself, you know, it could be anywhere between probably like 20 to 50. This is not like a small gang. These are real big time guys. If you're gonna get anywhere, it's gonna require a lot of stealth.
That's fine. Do you have a timeline?
But when to get it?
Yes.
I mean, the sooner the better, but I understand it's gonna take some preparation.
And what can you get me? If
What do
I
you need? What do you need?
As it currently stands with the information before me, I might need a ship with a couple special cargo containers that one of my crew can modify. But
Give me a persuasion.
I would
real
like
quick.
to see about other things as well. I would like to see this encampment to start.
Yeah, he like looks over to you, thinks about what you say, and he's like, "Look, a ship's a big ask, and I think you know that. I could get you a hover bike. I mean, it's not gonna be motorized, but you could pedal." A ship's huge. Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to make your friends laugh.
I'm not laughing in character, by the way.
Right, yeah.
Stopping in character.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I still have no idea what you're saying, so.
I'd love to offer you something more, but the truth of the statement, like, most of our resources are in our tech. Like, those of us who had ships sold them so that way we could buy more and try to do everything black market, everything. Been at a hard lock for so long because you are figured out what we were going to do. Like, if you have a ship, then that is an amazing asset to have. But you're not going to find it here, at least not for a while. He's like, "This is what I can offer you," and he grabs underneath the table. You know, instinctually, there's like a little bit of like shock because you're like, "Oh fuck, he's grabbing the detonator again."
And I ran away.
Well, I mean, he did press it so that it wasn't like it's not active, right? Like you have to open it up and stuff. Like,
Yeah, no, the detonator's like at his side anyway. But he gets like underneath the desk that he's at. You hear a little beep. A side panel opens with a quick like glide of metal on metal. And he pulls out a box, a little bin more like, puts it onto the top of the table, and inside there are 10 medical inhalers. These are effectively potions of minor healing. He said, "This is all I have."
so you're not going to give us those weird drugs you gave those other guys, did you?
Actually, yeah, I do have some of those. He goes back, he grabs some, he brings it out. There's a little tiny, like, almost like a pepper spray canister. and he sets it on the desk, a little tiny, thing, and then he sets it down onto the thing right next to the inhalers, and he says it's good for 3 uses.
Good to know. Now, you've mentioned before that that's just another body. I have 2 questions, both wildly different genres. Don't take much offense to the first. I'm just asking viability for future concepts. Do you require that skin? Or could it be used for future missions if so deemed worthy?
Which skin?
Your body.
Kind of like looks down and he's like, "Look, I got a couple of these, but they
Yeah,
they
they're
ain't
expensive.
the last one, this little like cricket looking thing ended up attacking me. You guys were there, and so I had to blow it up.
Never saw it.
You didn't see the cricket thing?
Didn't
it's
see it
freaky.
attacking you.
Hey, it was super high.
So, yeah.
I believe it. It's a cricket thingy.
Yeah, mostly
I
what
assume a lot of you were high.
No, I mean, this was like, he was high on this shit, and he brings up the vial, and he's like, he was like really tripping, and like, I think that's why he was like instinctively trying to kill me. Like that was scary. He's a scary little bug guy. But if I knew him, I would probably say like, you should try to get him on board because he's dangerous. Hey, he was really he came in right behind us, and he must have been following us for like ever, unless he just like randomly tripped on the front door. I don't know. And then he like tripped, he came inside, and that's the only reason we even saw him.
wait till you shows you his business card.
What's that?
Sounds like he did it all until the finale.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
Second
Is there anything
question.
else I can do?
Have you ever thought of marking that skin?
Marking that skin. You explain?
I volunteer.
What?
He's like gonna scar me?
That's not what I had in mind. But...
Rolling a
It
persuasion.
technically is a form, but I was just curious if you were interested in a form of artwork.
In a form of artwork. He just looks confused.
Another
He doesn't know
time.
what you're talking about. Okay, give me a persuasion.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just fucking around. I wasn't intending to actually do anything. Okay.
Hey, everything has everything has the
Oh.
yeah. He's like, he looks a little confused to your sentiment. He's just like, all right. So, are you gonna do the job?
We're going to look into it.
Then I would, if you don't mind, I want to keep this here. And he's like pointing at the inhalers and stuff. And he's like, these are the last ones we have. So do as much prep as you want to do. Come back, come grab them. But in case you get nabbed, I don't want these inhalers going away.
Fine and fair. I hope to be back within 2 days. of a
Chicks said
full
yes.
plan.
If real quick, if he puts those away, I am watching exactly where he puts them and how he opens. If there's a keypad or something, I'm watching.
Yeah. So you at this point you like circled your way around him, and you're like watching from the back. Yeah. He's gonna end up putting him away while they're here. And he'll like actively grab them right now. Go ahead and give me a stealth and a perception.
Okay. Well, I haven't done anything to break my stealth, and it was 19 before. Do you want me to just go ahead and roll again?
Yeah. Just go ahead and roll again. So he puts the inhalers away. You can see he kind of like hit like does some stuff. Go ahead and give me a perception, and then it's like, so if that'll conclude our business, Akai and Crone, you get a message to your tablet. It's from Tito. They're like, any word on the perpetrator as soon as possible is best. We need to know so that way this case will not go cold. The perpetrators need to be brought to justice in red text and underlined, as well as with like a couple of skull emojis.
Oh yeah, they're fiending for you.
Yeah, you see that there is it looks like a fingerprint sensor that's on the interior of the desk, and as he closes it, you can see that it scans his middle finger.
If you're trying to talk to us, Captain, I can't hear you. Okay.
No, sorry, not me.
Oh.
So yeah, you get that message, and Jimmy just says, "Please come back when you're ready to start. I'll give you the inhalers, and I'll talk with some of the people in Bothra, and I'll see if I can get you anything else."
Good. It'll be some of the people we planned to rob. Is there anything else you can provide of help or interest?
He's that's all. That's everything, I think. I don't have anything. I wouldn't. Do you mean like hiding something?
Perhaps.
No. I'm asking you. Is that what you're at? You're like trying to like insight him for like if he's hiding stuff. Okay, so yeah, throw me out an insight.
Sorry, I should have been more clear.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Well then, we'll return when we can. In the meantime, try and stay low.
He sits back and he says, "Look, I don't know how you got in here last time, but there's a code that you can type in on the computer. It's 1234. Don't tell anybody."
The best codes are the simplest.
Yeah, it's some of the people who work here are really dumb.
It happens.
That's some solidarity there.
Hey man, I like a guy with humor.
So
Sometimes as a leader, you just have to understand that there's idiots around you.
yeah, he just kind of laughs a little to himself, and then he kind of ends up saying like, "All right, I got to make some calls. So here," and he slides you over. It looks like a digital card. This is a shared contact, so it's a like physical card, all digital. It has Jimmy Krause on it, Jimmy Caltrop on it, and you can see it has like a picture of like this like it's like a outlined like minimalistic art of like a small human thin like and then one also of a outlined minimalistic dragonborn. and it keeps flopping between the two images. He says, hold it up to your data pad, and it'll give you my contact.
And
Shit. Like.
I'll first actually hand it over to Dax and
Scan and check, please.
He smiles at you when you say that. Dax, go ahead and give me an engineering.
And while that's happening, I'll say in Captain Crone's mind, it's a bit derivative and amateurish, but it's okay.
I hear that.
I hate that the moment that you said derivative, my brain just went to math.
Guys,
I'm an artist,
Dax,
thank you very much.
Dax, you look it over, and you can tell like the construction of the card. But if you're trying to like do like scanning for like viruses and stuff, that is not really Dax's specialty. It would be more of like Akai's. So what when you say scan this, do you mean just like in its construction, how is it made, what is it made of, that kind of stuff?
No, because it's transferring data, so I figured Dax would be able to scan the data that's coming in and figure out if it had viruses, malware.
Yeah, so Dax's engineering is much more on the lines of like building and all of that stuff. Akai is like the special for, yeah.
Dax is like, what the fuck are you giving this to me for?
So Dax, you have it for a second.
Hands it over to
him. With my eyes, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you look it over. It's cool.
What else is in this room again?
So the room itself is probably about 50 feet long by about 20 feet wide. It's got some rooms along the side. You can see doors. As for like the room itself, there are several like crates in here. There's a lot of like, it looks like open kind of like merchandise. And then there's this singular table, and it is unusually clear, as if like something is hidden. As he opens up like the map, you can see the like the panel kind of opens up a little bit. Some light comes out and it creates the 3D image. So it looks like maybe this is where they do planning. As the image comes comes back down and kind of goes back in, the table kind of closes again, leaving like a very clean slate table. Other than that, I mean, there's pretty much just a lot of boxes everywhere. And if you want to go further than that, you have to push into rooms, and they're like automatic doors.
Oh, so like if you approach them, they'll just open?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dax, you can see like it's a cool card.
I don't know that I would know that.
Yeah, probably not.
Could I?
I want to try to sneak to like listen at the doors to make sure there's no one else around.
I love it. Give me a stealth check.
And
then Dax, when you get the card, yeah, you can see like it's made. It has like hollow kind of like there's like it's the same stuff that they use for pretty much all of the like banners and all the stuff that's like on buildings, where it's like this kind of thin film that's like stretched over the metal surface, and in that there is like a like electrical light coming through that's in the shape of images, and it's essentially like a super small like simplistic TV. Like like a screen, but it's like made of this kind of like film material. And yeah, it's dope. Yeah, you like kind of like move your way over to one of the doors, and as soon as you get within like 5 feet of it, it just goes really loudly and like opens up. And he like looks over in shock and pulls a gun.
I just freeze.
nobody can see it.
Yeah.
He scared the daylights out of me, and he puts the gun away.
And nobody sees this, but I just face palm, and I'm like,
Stare at him. Absolutely no idea what he's saying.
Weren't you just over
knowing
here?
that he has a gun and then he doesn't.
Yeah, he's yelling at you in particular, and he's just like, "Weren't you just over here? What are you doing over there?"
They are young. They don't understand many things, and I will speak in deep. Just come back this way. Stay over here, please.
And they'll slowly like tiptoe over there.
Just like a little kid that gets caught stealing
I'm
cookies.
not looking away from Jimmy the entire time, just staring.
He's staring right back. He's just like, "Scare the hell out of me, this little kid. What the hell?"
And why is there a kid here?
Dax, are you giving Akai the card, the data card? Okay. Akai, you want to do a hack check for me?
In my head, I just saw like Jimmy hands it to the captain. Captain goes, hands it to Dax, and Dax goes, okay, and hands it to Akai.
Yeah, solid.
It goes around.
It's proficiency plus intelligence?
Yeah,
Right?
proficiency plus intelligence. Oh, nice.
Dude.
Okay, so
Thank you.
there's some stuff. Okay, so this is infected with a virus. It has something on it. You know 100% that it is essentially it's like a, it is a thing that basically goes through the device that it's attached to see if there are any matching contacts between them and Uncle Rogers. It will ping him back, letting him know if there is something. This is a super subvert virus that it would be impossible for you to have noticed if not for the fact that you are a very proficient hacker, and this is a kind of a similar style of development as what you do. It's kind of an older style of coding that it's just not a lot of people use it, and but it's very odd. But you do realize that, and yeah, for sure, it 100% definitely has a virus.
Jimmy, you're too hot to be making these mistakes.
God damn it! I knew as soon as I saw you, you're gonna fucking see it.
So, okay. So, Cap, this is a virus. I'm just gonna out you, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
It's not that bad.
Oh.
It searches through effectively either mine or all of our contacts to see if we have things in the same with Uncle Roger. Effectively, are we secretly trying to help Uncle Roger in this, even though we're indentured servants and I hate that guy.
Just a check. You can understand that, right?
Yeah. So, Cap, I don't know if you want me to use this or not. I don't know if you're comfortable with that.
I think for now, we know where to find you, Jimmy.
You're good, kid.
Oh, trust me, I'm not a kid.
All right, we'll come back once you figure out your stuff.
Indeed. And you should really get that elevator repaired.
Elevator's down again. Fucking maintenance guy, swear to God.
Okay, that's what it is.
There was a horrible, weird sound coming from one of the higher floors. I felt bad for the security guard.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's
All
the
those-
maintenance guy.
He had to walk a lot of floors.
Good. Get his ass stop eating sandwiches. Why do you think the password's 1, 2, 3, 4?
Dead, bro.
It hurts every time. It really physical pain. It hurts. 1, 2, 3.
Alright. At
All
which point, I'm going to stand from the table
give a nod. Let's be out now. And then I'll stop for a moment as Dax and Akai pick up on it, and then kind of just stop for that second, look over at Zero, and then repeat it again in deep speech.
Okay.
All right, he gives you a wave farewell as you guys leave the area. Click, are you going as well? Are you gonna stay down here?
I would like to try and use everybody else standing up and leaving as a possible distraction to where I can try and go into the where he put the stuff.
You want to try to get underneath his desk that he's sitting at?
Yeah, I want that stuff. That's good shit. I only got one dose.
Yeah, no, for sure. So you can totally do this.
Okay.
It is going to be a stealth at disadvantage because you're literally going to have to get underneath his legs to be able to get into it.
Okay, so I'll need to make another roll.
Yeah, so you're going to have to do another roll to get underneath. It's going to be a disadvantage, which means straight.
Okay.
And then, we'll see what goes from there.
Okay. So, stealth, straight roll. Oh, fuck! He saw me. Passive will... Okay, yeah.
So, what's your AC real quick?
18.
All right. So he's like, what the hell? And he grabs his gun and he hitting your carapace.
Uh-huh.
You hear a loud thud. It doesn't hurt you. And then he makes a shove attack and he shoves you away.
Can I...
He's like, what the hell is this?
And...
and then he hits a button and it flicks on all the lights.
Okay. And I'll stand up straight, dust myself off. And
it's you little bastard.
And one of my arms will give a little salute, and I'll just probably walk out.
I'm surprised you didn't get blown in half. You can run real fast with those little legs, huh?
It's like, and in his head, I'll go, one down. How many more to go? Pleasure.
Yeah, we'll see you about next time, huh?
I'm glad we're doing business and we're friends now.
Oh yeah, we're friends now. Yeah, these fucking hands in my guts. You know, I can feel it, right? As you're like as you turn the corner.
I would hope so. In his head still, not even looking at him. No eye contact at all with him. Well, I have compound eyes, so they're huge. So I can't really say that.
Click turns the corner after being observed.
Yes,
and,
doing my best
just make your way up.
To be indignant and distinguished as possible after getting my ass kicked, the pill bug getting his butt kicked across the room.
Yep, you guys make your way back up through the top. Like you can see, there's like a little keypad on the side. Yeah, Kai, what's up?
I just want to say that my exit is very specifically like a couple steps, like walk backward, the ladder shades down, give a wink, and say, "See you later," and then up the stairs.
Yeah, he's like, "I like your style, kid." As you're like walking up.
Would that be a persuasion check? Just
no, not necessary.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's mutual. All right.
Yeah. He's like, "I'm not good at winking," and he blinks at you. So you guys make your way up. You can see on the side of the wall that there's like a keypad on the interior of the wall. Type in 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, opens up.
I cry a little, one tear. Oh.
You make your way out, and just a few like seconds after this thing opens, you hear a loud like, "Ah!" And then you hear like footsteps once again, starting to like head up the stairs.
So we're out in the lobby again, or are we in the security
Yeah.
room? Okay.
You guys are in the security room right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the door's still closed, and like
Well,
he obviously forgot something.
yeah, I'm not worried. I'm gonna go out and I want to kind of, if there's a window or something, I want to look outside, do a quick scan to see if there's any loitering or anybody looking suspicious out there. Like,
Yeah,
you
give me a
know,
perception.
yeah, like I'm like now knowing that, oh, these guys are wanted. Is there anybody casing this place, like military or just anything? So
gotcha,
that's specifically what I'm looking for, and that's all I'm paying attention for.
Yeah, you notice like some people outside, but they're like they look just like people who are like walking down the street. There's like two people on this huge street, and the only two people, and they're walking past the building.
Okay, yeah. So basically, I'd be looking for like somebody doing like repetitive actions, kind of like hanging
How
out.
long are you gonna wait? That's the real question.
Well, no, it would just be like a couple minutes. Like if somebody is like sitting there and like drinking a cup, sitting around, and then just doing like drink and doing like.
Oh, I see.
Basically,
like really obviously like casing it.
Yeah, like they're trying to pretend like I'm just hanging out here, but they keep doing the same thing over as. So that's basically what it is, and that's strictly what I'd be looking for.
No, for sure. And so there's nobody in a couple of minutes who's going to be doing repetitive tasks like in front of the building. Right?
Like
if you wanted to wait like several hours, then I'd say you have a shot. But
no, it'd be like somebody like raking their yard and standing in one spot for like 5 minutes and raking, like something like that. They're like, oh, some guy sweeping the street, and he's in one.
You won't be able to see it in a couple of minutes, right?
Well, yeah, that
nobody's going to be doing that repetitive action that you're like, oh, I can pick up on that in like 2 minutes. So,
well, yeah, I would like just however long it takes everybody to come out. So I'm running ahead real quick and watching.
So a few seconds.
For however long it takes them to decide whatever they're doing.
Right.
Like,
I got you.
So.
All right. So Click is out front. He's looking. What is the rest of the party doing?
I'm following
Cap. Dax, Cap.
Zero. Cap's muted.
I'm just trailing Captain.
All right. Cap, what are you doing?
I'm just starting to head my way back towards the kind of the outside area, but I'm actually going to try and check a few other areas down here in the meantime.
Okay. Yeah, you head out into like the main area. It's all the same exactly how you left it.
And then I'm just gonna try and go down a few other streets, check out a few other random buildings.
Sure.
I think we missed Dax. What Dax was doing.
Dax is following Cap as well.
Oh
yeah, I'm
following.
Oh, I would have followed as well. Once they left, I'm following.
Okay. Yeah, so you go out into the streets. Again, this is like, all the streets are not, they're in misrepair. Every building is derelict here. There is nothing that's like screams any sort of like elegance or care. A lot of it is just obvious neglect. Can you please give me a D20 roll? Just a straight luck.
Oh, and also just out of habit, once I'm outside and moving with the group, I will stealth and be a little so.
Nice.
Okay. Ooh, that's even better.
4. Okay, so Crone, as you're walking, you kind of go and you look at some of the buildings. A couple of buildings you realize, like, they just all look really run down, right? Like there's not anybody like really like living here. But as you're kind of walking up, you see that one of the buildings that you decide to scope out looks like it's a school. So it's like a small school. And as you kind of like look into the interior windows, you can see that a lot of people are like, they almost look like they're ducking down from the windows, like not have anybody see them in there. And they're being taught. Like there seems to be like people here, but maybe they're just all hiding. As you go into another building, you see kind of the same thing. Like in a normal building, you have these kind of shades on the window that it like tints out a window for you, so that way the window itself becomes opaque rather than transparent. And in these buildings, there are no to little electricity, and so they wouldn't use it on something like that. So there's cardboard in the windows and like spare sheets of like, paper, and there are like metal pieces and all this stuff. And they've just applied it into the windows to make it appear as though nobody's living here. But in fact, there are hundreds of people that you've seen now in these two buildings.
Sounds as hell.
Give me a perception.
Anybody or?
Just Captain?
Yeah, Crone.
Okay.
As you're kind of like looking, and you're like looking into the interior of this building, kind of almost a little shocked as like you're looking in, a thought occurs to you, like that these people must be hiding because of the basically the negative stuff that is happening around them in this area. As you go up to one of the windows, the window with like the kind of school children inside of it, a small little looks like an elven girl comes up to you, like half pointed ears, and you realize that she is half elven and half must be like a half elven, half orc. And she has like some tusks, but also these like kind of half pointed ears. Her skin is very pale green, super duper pale. And she has large, what looks like burn marks on her face. And she looks up to you in the window with these like very large, glassy eyes. She looks up to you in almost as if you're like a character on like a show. Looks at you in like wonder, and then realizes what she's doing, and then like gets scared and like ducks underneath the window. At that moment, you hear the sound of like pattering rain. Little drip drops, but much more consistent, start coming down.
We need to find shelter. We don't want to be in that rain.
Can I do a scan for empty buildings?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that a hack?
Yeah, just hack. And then Dax, if you want to assist, or you could do an engineering. As it like starts to come down, it starts very soft and you can see that it's getting more and more and more intense. Both of you kind of are like working in cooperation once again, holding both of you kind of like holding and like pinging off of each other's signals. You're able to easily find a building that seems like it's actually empty. And you find one, and in fact it also has a complete roof. Getting that gnat. So yeah, you find a building, it has a complete roof and everything, so you don't have to worry about leakage.
So I can point us in that direction along with Dax, I assume. Yes.
Yeah, so you guys find the building. Akai and Dax, you guys kind of like lead the group to this building. As you are walking your way through, you realize that there is a reason why people don't go outside. As everybody in the party make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Do I have advantage?
Is there a reason why you get advantage?
Because I was calling out that we needed to take cover soon.
No. If you had like the spell save, like whatever the barbarian thing.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, or the rogue thing.
You and me, Zero.
So, click Crone.
Yeah, we're not
I think
having it today, are we?
Dax still needs.
Yeah, and then Dax, could you make me a dex save, please?
Oh no, they did. They
I
20.
did.
They were the
Oh, you
first
got it.
one.
Okay,
Sorry, Dax.
Yeah, you're good.
So, Dax, and Click and Crone, you guys are taking 2 acid damage. Akai and Zero, you're both taking 4. As you guys are moving your way through, a very acidic rain begins to pour down, which would be much, much worse if you had not found a building to get into. You quickly get inside, and this roof is a complete roof, meaning that it will not leak into the interior.
Well, my stealth is gone, so I took damage. So
Yeah, very true.
So yeah, I'm
So
like, ah,
everybody can see Click again.
yeah, and I scutter in.
All right, so you go into the inside of this building. You can see the one. This is, I mean, it's been occupied before. Obviously, there is I mean, to be quite frank, there is stuff everywhere here, right? Like it is dirty, it is abandoned, and there are broken things on broken machinery parts on the interior. There's gear scattered about, metal scattered about, glass scattered about. And inside of this area, you can see that there has obviously been somebody living here at one point or another, as there is a sleeping bag here, but nobody inside of it.
Again, normal. My instinctive hide and look around for any signs of recent activity.
Sure, give me a investigation,
Okay.
and then a
Is it
stealth.
dark in the area?
Yeah, this whole area is essentially pitch black.
Do you want me to?
I'm gonna
I
produce
can
flame.
see.
Okay.
I can see perfectly fine.
Yeah. Sorry. What was investigation first and then stealth? Is that?
You can do either or; it doesn't matter.
Well, if I'm doing an investigation, to me that means grabbing stuff and looking. So I wouldn't be able to really stealth that well. So if it's an investigation, then I'm totally doing that one first.
Okay.
And that is.
And anybody can do a investigation, survival.
Please,
If you would like to do
someone.
anything else, just please let me know.
I look around and go, it's clear. So now I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do a stealth.
Yeah.
And then Dax, as you're kind of looking around, you realize somebody had been here at one point. There are belongings here, and it looks like they left in a hurry. Zero, you're not super accustomed to this area, nor are you accustomed to a lot.
I'm just sort of looking around and taking everything in to try to piece whatever I can together, and
Yeah.
also if there's anything interesting.
So there is a next to the sleeping bag. As you're kind of moving your way around, kind of looking at stuff, you see that there is a large blood pool on the ground. Not fresh, very, very old. Looks like probably 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes.
I'm waiting my turn. I'm waiting to be acknowledged. I'm trying to be a good person here. I'm waiting for the DM to acknowledge my existence.
Yeah, so Zero, you see this happen. You see it it looks like probably a solid
I see it, and I just sort of look at it for a moment. It's kind of hard to tell if I'm affected by it or not. Yeah, I don't really mention it or anything.
Yeah, you kind of like are just like staring a little bit. Click, what's going on?
I rolled a 4, so I'm pretty sure I didn't see that. I would have been looking for like any other, basically going into any place. I check for new other entrances or exits, and then try and get to the highest point I can, just to kind of wait and look. So I got a 4 in my investigation. Did I see any other doors, any other entrances? No. Okay.
It looks like everything's been blocked off except for the one that you came into. And then going up, you realize that there are like 3 or 4 floors to this building.
Is it? Oh, so it's a 3. Sorry, I was envisioning like just a big open warehouse kind of thing. So we're just on the first floor, and then there's stairs going up.
Yeah, so like every building in the Drip is more than 1 story.
Okay.
Yeah, just due to like space constraints.
Okay, then if that's the case, I would say into Captain's head. Ground floor looks clear. I'm gonna go check the other floors. And then I would just I do the same thing. Stay stealth, check the floor, see if there's any other exits, windows, and do that on each floor. So, but I can do that as whenever you want.
Perfect.
After a few moments, I'm gonna go and just like sit down in the corner, kind of wrap myself in the giant oversized coat that I have, and I'm going to sort of like pick at the wraps that I have, because I'm not wearing actual shoes.
Me either.
Who needs shoes? But
Yeah,
like the wraps that I have around my like feet and ankles, I'm just gonna like pick at that and wait.
Okay. Yeah, Zero. So it's a little like hard to like walk around here. You're kind of like, skipping over like broken metal bits, broken glass. There's a lot of like dirt everywhere, and if you remember in the previous session, you had stepped on a sharp piece of glass, puncturing your foot as well.
Oh, right.
And so that's what initially like kind of let out that yip to alert Jimmy that somebody was there. And so that wound is still there, and you've been kind of like just keeping off of it. It's at your heel, and so you're kind of walking on your tiptoe on your right foot.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, it still hurts.
I'm gonna sort of pick at the wound.
Yeah. So Zero like goes kind of like off a little bit and starts picking at their wound, and so is anybody else doing anything else? I know Click, you're going up to the next floor. Crone or Dax or Akai, are you guys doing anything else while you're here, or just kind of waiting out the storm?
I'd like to check out the stuff I found.
Which stuff?
The possessions left behind. I don't know what it was though.
Oh, in this building?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
The
you mean the stuff that's
investigation?
actually here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so you kind of like move some stuff. You can see that this is like a bare amount of necessities, not even enough for somebody to like live on. There is essentially a tattered sleeping bag. It's made out of some sort of like a nanofiber that like keeps you warm throughout the night. But it looks like it's lost all power. And then basic amount of like nutrient paste, just enough to like basically keep you alive.
Okay. Okay, I'm good.
Crone,
I'm just
Dex.
milling around. I'm just milling around.
Sure.
Akai, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go over to 0 because I noticed that they're picking at something on their foot, which, they yipped before and I wasn't sure what it was because I was so distracted. But, now that we're not in the presence of a hunky dragonborn, I'm gonna go sort of crouch, like, bent knees, but like butt up, next to them and kind of make eye contact and then sort of look at their foot, like if there's an actual injury there for me to.
Yeah, I was sort of just like watching whatever blood there was there. I glanced up for a moment and then just look back down vaguely.
And I'm gonna just sort of casually note as I have a costume, because I've got like an entertainer's pack, which should have a spare set of shoes of some kind.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And I assume that they probably won't fit because you've got this, it looks like digigrade situation going on over here. But I'm going to say casually to Captain that I think we need to get this one some shoes next opportunity. Because they're just sort of over my shoulder because I assume that he's paying attention to all of us because he's the captain. So he does.
Yes. Also, real quick, 0, what color is your blood?
That's a really good question.
What's your skin color? By the way, I forgot. I know you're a tiefling, but
My skin color is like basically black,
okay.
but with some like green blue tint.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe it would be like
Oh, thank you.
a sort of dark red, but slightly
cool.
bluer than the normal like human blood.
So maybe more purplish?
Slightly, maybe, yeah.
He's got maroon.
Exactly. I mean, I could go full just like green blood. I think
Because you want it to be green, because I know why.
I kind of think of it more on the red side of things, though. So, yeah, like
Deep red. Real, like super deep red. Like super deoxygenated blood.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Okay, I can picture that.
And actually, like the bottoms of the wraps and stuff, it's kind of hard to tell. Just dirty in general, but also looks like there could be just bloodstains on it in general. Yeah.
You have bad socks, fam.
I have terrible socks.
So I'll look at Akai and just
Understood. Thank you. And I appreciate you attending to their wound.
The acid rain isn't great on my day job, so gotta find something else to do, right?
Muted.
Muted.
agreed. And with that, he's going to actually use mold earth, just to take that old puddle of blood, just so it all drains down underneath and gets it kind of out of the area.
Yeah, it's more like a large stain that's like coagulated old blood, But yeah, you can like mold and basically like put it over the top and like, you know, kind of put it down more.
Yeah, and that's basically what I'm trying to do.
Do you figure the construction here is the same as it would be elsewhere?
Dax, give me an engineering.
Hey, real quick, Zero. Do you have a healing potion in your inventory? Because I gave you one last session.
Oh, right.
I just want to make sure you have that.
I
Medical
do.
inhaler.
I wouldn't have thought to take it from that.
Well, no, I just wanted to make sure you had it in the inventory because I had 4 and I gave you one, and I'm just doing my micromanagement of inventory thing.
Dax, you know that pretty much every building around here, maybe minus like a few that were, you know, that are built better. Most buildings are built exactly like this.
I'm gonna relay that.
Hopefully that's something that is pertainable to most of the station. Interesting. Akai, what do you have? Anything?
I mean, I have several crushes, but I don't think that's useful to you.
They say as they're holding a small child's foot.
I'm not touching the kid. I'm just
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are you actually like taking care of it, or are you just like kneeling there?
No, I'm like crouched, like sitting
Okay.
on my
Okay, cool.
desk
Yeah.
next to you. Although I did bring out like my backpacks. I'm kind of looking through to see if I have something for your feet. Though I don't know. I don't know if you fit in regular shoes. Can you fit in regular shoes?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm probably pulling out like 1 or 2 pairs of boots for you to try on if you need to, and like offering them to you because feet out.
I'll like slowly take one of the pairs and try them on.
They're a bit big, right?
Yeah, I figured.
But yeah, it's not anything that you can't manage.
Yeah, I'll take the smallest ones and then manage from there.
If you
have,
need
like,
to,
we have baby.
As this as you guys are kind of like in this area, Akai giving the gift of like some shoes, everybody kind of sitting around, you have like some time as this rain seems to get heavier and heavier outside. You can tell it's going to be, a little while. You have enough time to like do essentially like a short rest. But in that time, you have some time to actually like talk amongst yourselves, the day, how things have gone, where people are, as you have kind of gotten into this hard situation, to say the least. As the rain pours, it almost gives you the vibe of like kind of like being inside on like a rainy day with like friends. As you guys are doing that, Click, you're moving your way upstairs. You give me another investigation.
This will probably increase the DC, but I wouldn't be touching anything and to break the stealth, so it would probably just be looking and listening.
Sure.
So
yeah, I mean, you just give me a perception then.
Okay. Okay, and just making sure. Nope, not advantage. Normal. 82. Yeah,
Do you have night vision?
I do. Yes. 60 feet, I believe. Let me check real quick.
So you're just kind of like going through the
Yep.
building and you're like looking
Mhm.
for anything really.
Basically, just checking and listening, like looking, listening for movement. Is anybody here? And also looking for other entrances or exits.
I got
Real
you. So
cursory.
it doesn't
just-
look like there's any like exits. There probably won't be exits on like higher floors unless it's like going out to like a fire
Yeah.
escape or something like that. But you know that like buildings like this don't have fire escapes.
Yeah. Are-
You know,
are
they
there-
generally?
windows? Are there windows?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, so
Yeah, there's
windows that
everywhere.
a person could go in and out, or are they barred or blocked, or
No, yeah, you can go in and out for sure.
Okay.
They're just closed. Some
Okay.
of them broken.
right.
But you can, as you're kind of like looking around, you realize that this is like a very bad office building.
okay, like
So
it
there's like desks around.
kind of
like-
used to be back.
yeah.
Okay,
back,
so
back
yeah, okay,
when- yeah.
so yeah,
And
I'm
so
just basically
there's like old tech and
Yeah.
like shattered tablets, stuff
I-
like that.
yeah, I'm not like looking for anything. Basically, I'm just kind of securing the building. Like anybody in here, then I'm gonna go up, check everything. Like okay, windows can't really secure it. Nobody moving and
Yeah.
basically entrances. Anybody in here, I'll do that, and then I would head right back down.
Okay.
Uh,
So yeah, while you're doing that, it's gonna take a little while just because like the
Oh, yeah.
office floor buildings are fairly large. As you're kind of like walking through, you have a 60-foot site, so
yeah,
you're kind of like going through down the building and then like kind of doing a perimeter around until you see everything or at least see the perimeter and then going up.
Yeah.
So as Click is like moving his way through doing that, our camera goes back down one floor below through that floor and then back almost into like a campfire-esque area where it appears that like the group is kind of sitting in a circle, rain pouring outside. What are you guys doing?
one more thing, real quick. On each
Yeah.
floor, when I when I clear it, I will relay the information to Captain. I'll say, second floor, windows, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. So, yeah, whatever I find, I relay to him.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm.
As we're all kind of sitting around, I assume Zero and Akai are still kind of there.
Mhm.
Dax is working on their stuff and just kind of make the shift. And I have to say, Akai, I appreciate all of your help. You did well with the guard today. Dax, I appreciate both the code and the elevator. And then I switched to deep speech and Zero, I was rather impressed with your distraction earlier. As unfortunate as it might have been, you did well. Where'd you learn such a thing?
They'll talk back into your head. I needed to get away sometimes.
It's fair. Regardless,
What
you did well today.
What exactly is going on?
That's something we're all trying to figure out. And then I switched back to regulars. Anyone have any idea what all this fully is and means?
From the sounds of it, Uncle Roger, weird ass Colby pervert. Like, I'm super against that, and I know you're super against it. So, I mean, I don't. I might be biased, but I think we should probably just try to side Monkey Dragonborn.
But why the children? And why children? Children are some of the worst to try and steal. It draws the most attention.
I'm staring, trying to figure out what you're saying.
Give me
Not having enough luck.
give me a like a history 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. 9. That's not great.
Almost at like the tip of your tongue as he is saying, children, children, children. This is something that you've heard over and over again, but you can't ascertain like exactly what it means, but that you've heard it over and over before.
What's that word?
We've also been calling you child.
I look over and which word in particular?
Children.
Saying it in common.
Yeah, but I'm still saying it telepathically.
Right. So there is a like this kind of disconnection of like, you know, it's more broken, this telekinetic speech.
Yeah.
Rather than like the deep speech is like perfectly coming through.
A young person. You are a child. There seems to be a great deal revolving around people of your age. I believe something more particularly having to do with something like this.
And I pull up on like this little screen pad that I have. I assume I can maybe look something up on there. Has it got a general search?
Yeah, for sure. Are you talking about for the stuff from before, or just like an image of a child?
I would probably first. I'd pull right up for a mind flare, actually.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, generally, like there is artwork, I would say, you know, stuff that is like of myth.
And I'm gonna be looking at these pictographs, basically, and kind of comparing them in essence to what I can recall from what we had scanned.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can, after some time, most of it is like, looks like eldritch drawings from beyond, right? Most people just like filling out whatever's in their head and like putting it down to page so that way they can see. And there is quite a bit of that. But after some deep searching, like page 5 and 6 Google, right? That's when you start seeing like the real stuff where you're like you find like a picture that is much more closely related to what you had seen. That was half of what came out of that box. As you like look at it, this site looks like a kind of a conspiracy site.
So I'm gonna kind of just pull this and.
Has anyone heard of these things before? And I kind of pull it out and just.
I feel like I would probably recognize it, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I could go through my stores database, but I don't know what I would get.
I'm just gonna say into your mind. Illicit?
What was that?
And I'm not even just catching anything, just in common, out loud, just looks over. What was that? Which I know that you don't get, but it was just
Yeah,
that
but I
moment.
kind of get the guess the intent. I feel
From
like
the context, yeah, for sure.
It's pretty on point.
the creature.
Switching
Why are you
over
looking
to deep
at
speech.
Illithid?
This was the creature in a box that we dealt with before. You know it. Jimmy told us it was a mind flayer.
Yeah, yes, I think.
Illithid. Have you ever seen one of these creatures before?
Oh god, hang on. I'm trying to figure out.
Charlie has a background being pulled up.
There you go. Yeah, there's some backstory here. Fuck, I'm not there. Damn it.
I'm trying to figure out if I would have actually like interacted with them, or if I just would have learned of them.
I mean, you can give me another history. Maybe an Arcana. Arcana's better.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, not only have you heard of the Illithid, 0 on deep thought. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
Deep thought. Thinking back to your past.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Their head
Deep
doesn't
thought.
explode.
I'm
You
surprised by that one.
you think back and what a hazy day that was. Something that is hard to remember and especially hard to think about. A lot was happening very quickly as all you could see was basically motion blurred. You look around, you see a priest. You know that something is happening. You feel the absence of people around you. And like a light going out, your vision goes dark, and a spotlight 15 feet away from you ignites a 5-foot area where you see in pitch blackness the exact creature that he's speaking of. The flare itself. It appears to you looking. Hello, child. You snap back. Goosebumps along your skin.
That was so first.
0, have you seen one before?
No.
I see.
Roll me a deception.
Yeah. I'm like,
Fucking no.
oh, hey.
Absolutely not.
It's... Oh, there it is.
0 doesn't appear to have seen something like what you're showing before. A bit of self-consciousness,
Not,
maybe.
like in the flesh.
Yeah.
I'll say
Oh, they're really quiet.
Oh yeah, your volume went down 0.
Like I've seen about them, I think.
Could you say that one more time?
I've seen things about them, I think.
That's fine. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps.
Why are you looking for them?
It was in a box. I want to know why. It has a link. I want to know why. Why? What do you know of them?
Not much.
Well, that's fine and fair. I appreciate what you can provide. If you can think of anything, please let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to swap over and just...
I think Akai has something as well.
I'm just like, I just want to say that while they've been talking and having the serious faces, Akai is just like tennis match.
That's exactly what I figured it.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm not there. Never mind. Sorry.
Also, I've been entirely speaking in his mind, so he's just been talking to me, and I've just been talking.
That's what I was asking. I was going to ask that.
Yeah. A one-sided conversation.
Hell.
I swap over and just... It appears the creature is also known as an illithid, for what that might bring and bear. But more good information. In the meantime, I'm curious, are there any particular items anyone might be after as they take up this next encampment? If we go for it, that is.
Nanite armor?
What'd you say, Dex?
Nanite armor? The nano armor.
Ah.
Maybe a blaster.
Maybe some cyber upgrades. You know, all the shit.
Oh, the shit!
I don't know.
I
I think I
doubt
have
we'll
all
be
the...
able to carry it all.
I think we can. If you give me some time, we can.
I should have known.
I was about to say, Cap, when have you ever felt the need to doubt Dax? If Dax needs something, Dax gonna get it.
Dax don't get it.
Make what you can. Any preferences or needed by anything or anyone? I'd like to try and scout out the area tomorrow. I will let others handle that. I'm not so stealthy as just trying to be hidden away. In the meantime, I need to settle our parking. Perhaps we might need our ship.
You said you were talking about illicit when we were talking about children.
Murder?
No, I'm talking to Kron.
Oh, my bad.
In his head.
Me and Dex just on the sidelines, like, yeah, I don't know, man. The kid can only talk to the captain. I feel kind of I feel exclusionary.
Hey man, I've already grabbed my backpack and tinker's tools, and I'm just fucking. I'm just in my own world.
As per usual.
That's
Kai
pretty.
on his Kai's on his own, yes.
Looking for a child?
Is there something particular about the illithids and children to you?
No. I feel like we should do another deception.
You 100% need to. Roll it out, roll it out.
Can I have advantage?
That is the
I'm gonna
fastest
say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, how do you when you're oh
Zero knows something. They're not lying, but holding back. In this moment of Zero, it's hard to like be in the like mindset of like thinking back to this moment and then thinking back to it again and thinking back to it again. It's something that you like, you know, do you think about what transpired often, or is it kind of you try to keep it away from your mind as much as possible?
I'm trying to keep it away from my mind. Yeah.
Give me another wisdom save.
Ah, shit.
I put this kid into a literal panic attack.
Yeah. It's gonna. We should start a count of how many panic attacks.
Is this Zero or Charlie?
Zero.
Good. Okay, so you think like as you're like talking and you're like children and illithid, children illithid, it ping pongs back and forth, and you are thinking so intensely, but not trying to think of that moment. But then Crone says, "What do you know of children and illithid?" And in that moment of speech, you get a flash of being face to face with an illithid. Its tentacles coming out at you. Its mouth opens, and in your mind says one thing: Moander. You flash back, and you are in front of Crone. You still feel the coldness of the tentacles on your face as you snap back to reality.
Guys, I'm literally crying right now. That freaked me out.
So I didn't particularly enjoy it either, and I'm not there.
Oh my god.
What did it say? Oh,
It said Moander.
Moander. I don't know that. I'm not there. Moander.
I'm gonna wrap myself more in my jacket.
So,
in response to the chilling feeling.
Yeah, Zero wraps up even tighter as this like this transpires. Everybody can see the look on Zero's face going from like curiosity into like a almost like a fear, like scared, and then to this like chill and wrapping themselves like deeper into this like oversized jacket.
Too deep.
I'm gonna quickly flash on my other hand, and again I have these gloves, but you can see this almost iridescent purple like look flash from underneath the glove, and right in front of Zero is kind of this picture of like a light show that blooms into a flower for a moment before it quickly turns into a moon.
Oh. Interesting.
And it's kind of just that thing to pull you out of your moment for a sec, just to like, wait, what's going on? So pulls that up for a moment. Just how is it that you made it onto the ship again? Was it the last planet or the one before?
I just locked on.
Fantastic. I'm glad you're aboard.
Traumatized, I feel like.
Life is full of interesting choices. I'm glad that you're here.
A deafening silence over the group as the camera begins to move up and shift through the floor, through another floor, going up, and then we see a very stealthy little bug roaming around. You have checked all the floors. All the floors seem like they are as secure as they're going to be. A couple of broken windows, but nothing to write home about. You've sent messages to the captain and begin to make your way down.
Okay, yeah. So when I get to the bottom of the stairs, I think this will break my stealth, but right at the bottom of the stairs, I'm going to throw down a set of ball bearings.
Okay.
And I'll tell it, and I'll get everybody's attention. I'll point here and go, basically, don't stand here. Like you'll trip if I'm just making them aware. So
give me a performance.
Oh, okay.
How well is this received?
Do I have?
Is it come over here and stand here now?
Can I have advantage since this is something pantomiming is something I've done my whole life in dealing with other species?
If you break your stealth.
Oh, my stealth is already broken. Yeah, when I threw down the caltrops, I assumed it broke the cell.
Then why don't you just tell them that?
Because I don't like.
Oh, I got you. Okay, yeah, no.
Because I'd have to do like 5 shout-outs because I can only technically communicate with one. And it's just quicker and easier, and it's usually what I do. So
go ahead.
Okay. So I get advantage?
Sure.
And this is performance. This is a -1. Oh shit.
Yeah, so what you see is essentially Click is pointing to himself, pointing to the ground, like pointing at stuff, and then pointing back, and then pointing up, and then pointing at the wall, and then pointing back down. And the assumption is that this is his bed. Do not sleep here.
And then I walk off. Then I go find the highest point I can.
Yeah,
which,
and then he gone.
Yeah, completely confuses everybody. It's like, this is my... And I just go. So yeah, I'm going to find kind of just a highest point I can because I'm so small. And then just kind of keep an eye out. And then also... Would I know I spent most of my time doing that. Would I still get a short rest as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're not doing anything extensive. You're just like kind of looking around and walking and, so it ain't a big deal.
Okay, so...
I do have 2 questions. So Akai and Crone, you both got a message from Cheetos. Do you respond? Or have you responded in the time between when you got it and now?
I have not, but I've also been waiting for a moment where the captain is not traumatizing the child. Not that I know that that's happening, but...
So 2 things happen then. One, you get another message from Tito's saying, again, the longer that it takes for us to know where this person is, the less likely they are to be brought to justice. Please update with a status report of what you know now so that way we may send scouts.
Okay. Captain?
Yes.
we got 2 updates from Tito's. I don't know if you've seen them, but I also don't know what you want me to say. Because they're getting pretty insistent, and I have a feeling they're going to start trying to track me. Because they seem like that's part of their prerogative right now.
Okay, you're smart. You know that they're going to track you if you don't respond.
Yeah. Especially if I don't respond. Like, forget about responding and saying we don't know anything yet. Just if I don't respond at all.
Advise them we're in the field finding any information we can currently.
Okay.
And we're looking to scout the area melee low for a few days.
Should I be telling you that we're in the drip or just that we're in the field?
Field.
Okay.
In Captain's head, I would say, maybe if we tell them where it was the Opal Gree, then we could maybe, they would provide kind of a distraction for us, maybe, if they go and hit them, and then at the same time we could, I don't know.
I know.
Oh. I'll just be quiet then.
But I don't wish to reveal that yet. Depends how I wish to use them.
Okay.
Do I want them at their main base? Or out on the shipping lanes?
Oh, that's why you're captain. All right. Give you a thumbs up. Give you 4 thumbs up.
Specifically, you want me to tell them that we're in the field doing some reconnaissance to find out who it was. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to reply to Tito's, specifically saying that me and my crew, as writing from Captain Crone's perspective, are currently in the field, attempting to find the perpetrators, so that, as I say, you, because I'm talking to them in general, you can file a report and bring them to justice.
Okay.
But I'll even write justice the way that they write justice.
With the skull emojis?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, my spell emojis have ladder shades because I'm cool like that.
No.
But like,
yeah, so you send that, and they send you back a thing saying, okay, looking forward to another response. Let us know as soon as you do. Where is your current location? We will send ours as well to try to aid in investigation. And then they also say, like, P.S. dope shades on your skull.
yeah.
Your emo game is on point, man.
Never say that word again.
Your emo game's on point.
Yep. Well, secondly, with several words, which word do you not want me to... I'm confused.
Specifically emo game. That word.
It's 2 words, but I don't want to be that guy.
They specifically want to know where we are. Which means I have a feeling that they're about to start setting a tracker on, so I can protect from that, but...
In transit.
I'm gonna do a quick kind of chuckle.
Everyone's worried about our position, and no one's worried about the fact that he chose there for his bed. Talk about choices.
Not how are they?
In the meantime, advise them that we'll be heading up to the next floor in time, and they can help assist us there.
So, in this moment that you guys are talking, you've gotten another ping to the tablet that is like essentially a share my location.
My God.
Yeah,
No.
like this is they're
No.
already sending stuff because it is taking longer to respond than they like. So they're sending you a thing that's basically like, share a current ping of where you are, and the message just says like, no need to try to type specifics. This will give us exact coordinates.
Awful clingy.
Can I hack a fake ping? Like
Yeah,
the elevator?
100%.
military?
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me a hack check. Where you
yeah.
want to put... I'll say, if you're going to try to do something in Tier 4, Galactic Military, it's going to be disadvantage, as they have better tech than pretty much anybody else. If you do it in, like, the market, then it will be a regular. And then if you do anything above that, you know that it's probably not going to be believable.
Okay, so I'll do it in
You
the
can also
market.
do somewhere else in the slums, too. Like, you could put it somewhere else in the slums. I'll give you advantage, because the slums is a 120-mile radius. So, essentially, this is a huge metropolis city.
And to be clear,
Go ahead, Travis.
I was just really quickly, again, mental image. It's a tower, but the upper ones are smaller. Like
vastly smaller.
Okay, so it's
think
a
of
big
citadel,
bit.
right?
Okay, got it. Cool.
And then the very top, so the like each floor essentially, except for the drip, shares a population count as you're going down the elevator ride. The drip is the only one that doesn't show one, as it's unknown how many people actually live there. But as you go down, it doesn't show anything for Tier 1 or Tier 2. But Tier 3 is 165,000 people, and Tier 4 is 441,000 people. So it gets vastly larger the lower tiers.
So it would be easy. It wouldn't be too far. Like, could be 1 million on
Could be.
5.
Could be a million. It could be 500,000. It could be 2 million.
Okay.
But yeah,
Cool.
the space is large enough where multiple million people could live here.
Okay.
All right.
So what I want to do is I want to set up my fake ping outside the elevator of the slums, as if we are just coming down here.
Okay, I'll give you advantage. Go ahead and do a hack check.
Nice.
So that's just 2 rolls.
Yeah, you make it believable. Let me roll out them, and they're going to do an engineering.
Good
So
idea. Good
they
idea.
have a +3 to this roll. They don't have the best people. They have a +3 to this roll. So they need to get a 15 or higher. And they got a natural 10. So they accept the location, and they send you a ping back that says, "Great, sounds good. Thank you for letting us know where you are. We will send a couple of scouts down. If you see them, they'll be wearing a red, like a red tunics, as they are scouts for Tito's. If you see them, please acknowledge, and they'll like send off that message as well. And so you know that they'll be there probably within the next day."
Okay. So I let the captain know the description, and yeah. Although I say it out loud, so I mean technically Click and Zero and Dax are also hearing it, although Zero doesn't understand a word I'm saying ever.
Yeah.
So
Eventually I'll understand you. I swear.
once I find out that you know sign language, we'll be in good business. But we haven't had that discussion yet, so
No.
anyway.
Hey, Captain, where's your tablet at right now? Or your data device? You're muted.
Probably in hand.
Okay.
I'm probably trying to research as much as I can. Right now, probably on Opal Gree.
Cool.
So just trying to find out anything I can on them, figuring out their backgrounds, ship styles, as much information as I can on them.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and give me a investigation, and then Zero, can you please give me a Arcana, and yeah, I think that'll do. Okay. All right, perfect. So,
Also, I was gonna say.
yeah.
Oh, no, I'll wait.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was remembering you mentioned that there was some like rations or food around.
Yeah, so it is nutrient paste.
Yeah, while we're doing this whole resting thing, Zira's grabbing some.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so Zira is grabbing like this is I should specify that these are open already, and they're like half gone. You can say like somebody was rationing out their nutrient paste. If Zero wants to grab them, I 100% agree and understand. So yeah, okay, I figured. But I
yeah,
wanted to
they're gonna grab him and they're gonna like sniff one to see
It
if
smells
it's like.
great.
If I see that, I'm gonna go in his
You're
head.
up-
Well, no.
Right?
I'm in the room with everybody, just like the highest point
Oh,
I
you're
can
perched.
be. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
because I'm little.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just,
Fair enough.
yeah, and vision. So if I see that, I'm gonna get in his head. I'm gonna go, oh no, kid, here, and I'll toss him an actual ration, a good one. I'm like,
Yeah.
throw that away.
Gonna
No.
give you A fresh nutrient paste.
Yeah,
The flavor that was open was a white chocolate strawberry. What is the one that Click is sending over? Being that he is a Tregan,
it
it's got to be something that Tregan like, right?
Well, no, it's I eat anything, but I know I have these. Like, I know I can live off these as well as other things.
What's the flavor? That's all we need.
It would
Sugar.
be completely, sugar. Yeah,
All right.
just straight
Perfect.
sugar.
So,
But it does have nutrients
he
as well.
throws you over, and it straight up just smells like sugar.
Thanks.
Aw.
It's like,
All right,
No.
perfect. So,
I'll take that. I'll drop the other one. Well, I'll put it in my pocket just in case.
that's fair.
I'll clock that. Then I'll grab
But,
another one.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna eat the sugar.
if I see him put the other ones in his pocket, I'll toss him another one, and I'll say, "Put the other one away. These are better."
Yeah, I'm also watching this, and I'm like, I'm gonna just give you my 5, dude. Like, I don't need them.
I'm just gonna be like staring at all of it.
Yeah.
like,
So yeah,
There's
I
like
What the
7
fuck?
nutrient tubes in front of you.
so
like,
yeah, I throw another one, and this one is what this one is baking chocolate. Not
Ooh.
not chocolate. If it baking chocolate, and if anybody was a kid and their mom had baking chocolate, you know the disappointment in the world.
Okay,
shattering
actually, I like
effect
it
of eating
because I
baking
like bitter
chocolate.
Things.
No.
In real life,
Baking
it's not
chocolate
disappointing.
is not. It's technically chocolate, but it is nothing but disappointment if you eat it.
What about
I
yours?
taste
What
like
flavor? is yours?
strong black coffee. Like,
All right, but yeah, I tossed it to you. So,
What are Akai's flavors? Like, just give us a general array.
Okay, so I have 5. So one of them is definitely cheeseburger. And
Cheeseburger.
yeah, one's definitely pizza. Another one is definitely birthday cake. Another one is pink drink. And yeah, like from the Starbucks place. And then literally Starbucks. Haha, get it? Space. Anyway. And the last one is probably, I don't know, chicken Caesar salad, because we got highfalutin tastes in this house.
Nice. That's great. Okay, so you have a variety of nutrient-based flavors to go around.
add those to your inventory.
you already gave me.
Yeah, so he gave you 1 to save, 1 to eat, and then I gave you also 5. So you have 6 now.
And I'm watching for him to throw away that other pack. If he doesn't, I'm not letting it go. Give it here.
Don't
Give it to me.
need
Give it.
these.
Give it to me.
I'm gonna speak into Akai's head.
Okay.
Like,
What's up?
don't you need these?
Honey, I recharge. I don't have a stomach. Yeah, no.
Have some then. Well, I can't understand you. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm replying, but you're not understanding what I'm saying. So effectively, as I'm talking, I have my hand on my chest and I shake my head as I'm talking back to you.
I'll relay it.
I'm gonna like look to click like.
And I'm like, take those, put them in your pocket, take that other package out, and give it. Give me the open one. Give it. Give it. I take it. And I'm like, now put the other ones in your pocket and save them for later. And I start eating the one that he just gave me, the open one. Just absently, I'm like, do that. And like, I start actually chewing on the package too.
Yeah.
I quickly stash the other ones, like I'm like they're just gonna disappear. And yeah.
You are terrible by leading by example.
Huh?
And anyway, I'm turning to eat the pure sugar because I mean I was looking for food on the fucking ship. And
yeah, that's how we ended up in Captain Crow's weird machine drawer here.
Just real quick, can I, seeing him react to the food, can I like, is he emaciated? Does he look like he's, is there a check I could do for that? I'd be like curious, like, if he's
Zero is wearing a very large coat.
Okay.
It is hard to like see their person, but based on the way that they're acting, it looks like food is scarce.
Okay, no problem. All right, I will make a note of that.
I'm basically just drowned in my clothing right now.
All right.
Drowning in your clothing, you didn't have shoes, and now we're feeding you. You literally are a bum.
An urchin. I believe a child bum is called an urchin.
Building.
Sorry.
Potato, whatever.
Crime. What's up?
Run away.
I was just gonna say, they seem to really be like Do you seem to be mesmerized by this flavor? Like it.
Let's see. How common is it to just stumble upon like really sugary rations? Because like I've been just grabbing whatever I can find for the most part.
What I would say is that most often what you probably taste are like nutrient pastes like kale and like vegetables and stuff like that, because it's the one that people don't want to eat.
Okay, yeah.
Right? And so like the sugar ones, the sweet
I'm gonna get a
ones,
fucking sugar high.
Yeah, and it is.
This is a fucking treat.
Yeah, it pure sugar flavor. Just, but you do get the nutrients you need. It's just overpowering. Just bam, like
Yeah,
when
eyes
you.
are just gonna go wide.
It's like if you haven't had. For me at least, we're like, I haven't had sugar for a while, and I'll have like a cookie or a sweet thing. My mouth, it just hits that sugar hits you. I'm assuming that's what it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
So, Prone, to answer your question, it is very rare.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm like eyes wide, like, oh my god, this is like something completely different.
And I'll nod and go,
I'm already drawing.
Whistle.
What was that, Captain?
I start whistling.
Oh, ooh, can
No,
I?
this is a
whistling a
tune. I whistle a tune. This is a tune that Akai and Dax have heard several times, but of course it'd be new to the other ones, and it's just part of his usual thing. He just whistles a tune.
I eat the food so fast.
I eat the food so fast.
I'm like a kid throwing as much candy in their mouth as they can. Fucking downing.
I just realized I can't whistle. I mean, I don't have lips, So I have mandibles and stuff. So that's not something I could do, right? I mean,
No. And Crone, we can't hear
Yeah.
you if you're whistling.
I figured not.
Yeah, I think it's getting canceled out.
It probably will.
yeah.
Get closer to the mic and try it. Right up.
Okay.
Yep. We can't hear it. Oh wait. It's canceling out. I can. You can start.
It's so rough.
Yeah.
You know, hum the tune to us, and we'll pretend it's a whistle.
Could I?
As much sugar as possible. Every
Oh, yeah.
last bit is gone.
And I'm assuming there's a little on the mouth too. Little.
Also, a round of applause.
Oh yeah.
Very good. very
Absolutely.
good. And
For the record, I definitely have just several recordings over the last 6 months of just like parts of Captain Crowns, like humming it or whistling songs, just ringtones.
nice.
Towards the end, I would try to like my gripping arms. I would like start rubbing them together, kind of like a cricket, to try and accompany.
Very cool.
Yeah, if I could. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Give
I
me a performance. Do it with advantage.
Oh, okay. Sorry, there it is.
You do it.
Oh.
You do it actually pretty well,
Yeah.
and it almost is like a musical instrument. And go ahead and add cricket noises as a proficiency for you.
Okay. Yeah, and I wouldn't be like, oh, trying to jump in, but basically trying to like just a little background, like basically just trying to even just match the beat, because
Yeah.
I have a -1 to performance. So.
Go ahead and take proficiency in cricket noises.
Okay.
Music's my shiz, dude. I have to add harmony synth like in the back. Yeah, no, just
Do
like
it,
cat,
for
like
sure.
soft harmony synth. Yeah.
Hit me with a
Just go.
performance. You can have advantage. You do this shit.
Fuck yeah. We're going on the road, fellas.
Mm. A beautiful melody as Crone begins to whistle. The whole party in this moment begins to like just play almost an accompaniment to this beautiful melody as Click begins to move his arms in a way to make this kind of like melodied click sounds. Akai begins to like kind of shift in some like low B as well as like some like synthesize, like just to like enhance, and this beautiful construction of song occurs, and it's kind of just for like zero. I mean, you sit there, you're eating your nutrient paste, you've gotten shoes, food for the first time in a while, and now these people are like giving you a gift of song in which like everything is so loud, everything's so loud around, that screaming of like ads all the time, the like sounds of like in your face, this is the Monster Energy drink, and for the first time in like a while, it's been quiet, and then now this like beautiful melody, and you feel. Tell me how you feel like in this moment of like you've freshly eaten and this is happening around you, and they're all kind of looking at you.
Yeah. It's like weirdly comforting, but also kind of strange and surreal. It kind of reminds them a little bit of like dreams. But they can't place anything.
Yeah. So some like surrealness in this moment as Zero is eating the sugar nutrient paste, and a ring goes out. Akai, the captain's, soft melody begins to play, but on your data pad. Crone, your data pad begins to ring. As you bring them up, you see once again the ad from the day prior playing once again. Matthias Jones saves Uncle Roger's daughter. An amazing feat, an amazing man. And as you grab it, Zero, you remember I had you roll an Arcana.
Yeah.
You look at the data pad and you can see that this person that they're showing on the screen is not who they appear. And in fact, you think you might know them. And this is where we're going to end the session.
No! Oh, wait. So it's not Uncle Roger.
It's Uncle Roger's kid.
They're showing the kid.
Yeah, showing the kid. And Zero, you think you might know them. And this is where we're going to end the session. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Oh, man.
I hope that everybody had a great time. And our next game in 2 weeks.
Oh, man. Okay. Whoa.
I never want to play anything else again.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's some explaining to do. Okay. All right. Wow.
All right. Well, we thank you everyone for joining us in tonight's wonderful, crazy, and intense episode, filled with a lot of wonderful desserts and treats and sugary, and then just a lot of, baking chocolate. We hope you guys enjoyed this wonderful episode. Was that okay?
Pizza.
Yeah. Hey, pizza's good in every universe.
I didn't give him the tree bark flavor, so that's mine. That's my favorite. Sorry.
Nice. It's fair. All right. Well, we hope you guys have a wonderful night, morning, afternoon, wherever it is that you are. Have a good one.
Minotaur energy drink.
Yeah, Minotaur.
Minotaur.
Unleash the Minotaur. Bye, everybody.